so we can continue. KrasS against Harstem. I think it's going to be a super awesome series. I think both these guys are really good. Harstem, as I said, probably the third best player in Holland after Red and Grubby, of course.
Fourth.
Well, I don't know. Harstem is way better than me. Played against each other, did not go very well for me. Oh well, I won a map. Could have won another one, but not good enough. But KrasS is someone that I remember from my time in Europe as well, and obviously since then he's became way better. He had a pretty good run last year in WCS Germany. I believe he finished top 4, but I could be wrong, but I think it was top 4 because I think he went to Stockholm in the end. But I remember playing against him when he was just completely unknown, and at first I thought it was just someone smurfing because I was like, man, your army control is really extremely good. I chatted him with a little bit and he's like, no, I'm really not that good and stuff. But the more I learn about him, the more I realize that I did think that he was very good, and it did not surprise me to see him have some success when we moved to the US and he continued practicing in Europe. So I think this is a really fun game between two up-and-coming players in Europe, even though they've been around for a little while.
But they're both young. They're both
exactly. They're both young.
Talented.
Still 17, 18, I believe. So perhaps they are friends as well. I can imagine them being friends. It's kind of like these really good European players, but they're not like the big European stars yet. Kind of like the next generation of Euro players. Really hard to predict this one, Ben.
Yeah, I don't really know enough about KrasS. I always like to cast Harstem because he has some really fun builds. We'll never forget his proxy gateway build against Zerg.
You know, Sage has been using that so much lately. I'm not even kidding.
You know, I want to... So we're going to go off on a small tangent here, a small aside, because Dan was telling me about your ladder session where they're like, Proxy Nexus, Proxy Nexus. Yeah. I think you could do that with Harstem's build and actually make it somewhat feasible.
Yeah, but what does it really add?
Nothing.
No.
But if you want to just do a trolley build, if you're going to do Proxy Nexus, I think that's the way you do it.
Yeah, okay. I see.
So.
Alright guys, I'm going to keep a close eye on the openers because I'm very curious to see how Harstem plays PvT these days, and I'm also curious to see how aggressive KrasS wants to be. If it's just going to be standard, perhaps a Reaper opening into fast expand, and then when he gets 2 medevacs out, then he's going to go triple orbital, or if he's going to go triple orbital before that. So I'm going to keep my eyes wide open. He is going to open up with the Reaper, which I think is the best opening. Fuser pretty much opens with Reaper every single game as well, so he feels the same way. Ben, you've spoken about Reaper Expand more than anything in your life. It's coming back.
I gotta say, this expansion was made for me, right? This is just so many cool stuff, and the Reaper Expand is the most viable build ever. It's like the universal best build across all matchups. I've been saying it for years, Kevin, and now finally people listen to me.
One of my favorite moments, like on an event ever, was probably like at NASL Season 2, I think, when Day 9 was casting. I was just walking around the venue and there was actually Terran going Reaper Expand, and I wasn't really listening to the broadcast, but then I just kind of heard Sean saying, yeah, right now somewhere out there in the room MrBitter is talking about how good Reaper Expand is. I started laughing so hard. And
that actually made me so sad to be trolled by Day 9. I was like, oh.
Here we can see the power of the Reaper. This Reaper has already paid for itself. Not only did it get good information, you shouldn't focus the Zealot, by the way. I think this is a mistake by KrasS. I think if he really wants to, he could have got one more probe. Focusing the Zealot is exactly what you want as a Protoss player. I'm always very happy when they focus the Zealot, even if I lose the Zealot. I was like, well, I'd rather lose the Zealot than 2 probes, obviously. Oh wow, KrasS is going to do something which I faced on ladder yesterday, and I got so mad because I thought I should have never ever lost to this. I wonder if he's actually going to go up to 5 Reapers as well. That would be really good against what Harstem has, because Harstem doesn't have Stalkers.
He's got 2 Marines queued up, so I think it's just going to be 4.
Man, if he would have gone 5 Reapers, that would have been so good. I'm not kidding. I have a little bit of lag, I think. Someone is lagging.
And now the culprit has been identified.
It's Mavro Fidi.
Mavro Fidi.
The Mavro. This guy is a little bit annoying. There were a lot of people in the game lobby.
There
Obviously a pretty high profile game as well. There we go. Now the game can continue.
Harstem's so fun. I like Harstem a lot. He's such a nice guy.
Both these guys are really nice. KrasS is really nice as well, because he used to own me on ladder all the time, but whenever I gave asked for tips, he always gave me. It's very nice. So he's going to open up with 3 Reapers. I still think that's a little bit scary. Certainly if the Mothership Core is not in range of those Reapers, and it is obviously likely that that's going to happen, guys, because the Mothership Core is damn slow. These Reapers are damn fast. And Harstem can be happy when he sees these 3 Reapers. We might actually see him drop some force fields as well.
Yeah, that's enough to keep those Reapers away.
As long as the Mothership Core is in range, these Reapers do not want to fight. But if the Mothership Core wouldn't be there, obviously this army doesn't have a whole lot of DPS.
I feel like Daybreak's not a map where you can really do this kind of Reaper stuff. It's such a limited amount of space.
Yeah, like Star Nation is very sick. You can easily go like 5 Reapers on Star Station or Nation, whatever the map's called. It's horrible. Yes, I'm very mad about this.
Kevin is so mad. Like yesterday, guys, we were getting ready to go to the gym, and I wasn't really feeling gym, but I was like, I need to go. I gotta get buff. And then Kev was gonna come with us, and then I just hear his door slam, and then Kevin comes out just like cussing, just cussing in Dutch, just saying these vile things. Hey, Kev, you ready to go gym? I'm not going gym. He walks outside, slams the door, smokes like 3 cigarettes. Comes back inside, slams the door, walks back to his room. Yeah, I guess he's having a bad day on ladder.
Yesterday was not a beautiful ladder day indeed, Ben. 2 Reapers have died so far. Photon overcharges have been activated. He did pick off 1 or 2 probes in the process, but I mean, at the end of the day, Harstem didn't take too much damage from all these Reapers. Double Forge is going to be the follow-up, so it's pretty similar to the style that we saw from Pentatank.
Reaper just
1 HP.
Just hit the nitrous, man.
It's like living on the edge.
He's going to get out of there. So 2 Reapers for 2 probes and a great scout. Literally has seen everything.
This is like the way that Harstem plays right now is completely identical to how Pentatank played. Perhaps a little bit more sentry heavy early on. I think Pentatank got 1 or 2 stocks out immediately in the offensive GG game against Verdi.
That game was so silly.
It was pretty cool.
I've always kind of liked Verdi.
Yeah, Verdi is pretty cool.
And then like that was just like, come on, man.
I mean, everyone is
everybody has their moments.
Everyone's a little bitter every now and then.
I have some bad manner moments that are
they're immortal. They're out there.
They're immortalized on YouTube.
Yes. So do I.
So
Not my finest moment.
Now every time
something to do with Dennis and his kitchen.
Every time now I want to rage, I type it all out and then I erase it and type GG.
Yeah. Alright, my first drop is active right now. Stim is already ready. It's pretty quick, by the way, guys. 9 minutes and 20 seconds. You can sort of expect it by then, but still. Harstem taking a little bit of economic damage here. This drop is already paying for itself. A lot of lost mining time. Stalker going down. Second Stalker going down as well.
It's actually really painful.
Whoa, and he's stuck. Wow, that's brilliant play by KrasS. That's absolutely brilliant play.
Alright, so now where are you going to go, Medevac?
Yeah, but it's fine. The Medevac doesn't have to go anywhere.
Can hang out until he has an opportunity to drop again.
Twilight Console being wiped in. Of course, eventually we're going to see Charge and Blink. Man, these factories these days, they're really frustrating.
Hey, don't you think Medevac should be able to heal units that are inside of him?
No, it's too bumpy. You can do that, but with the risk of losing them, like, because the healing process goes wrong. Like, you're supposed to inject someone in his neck, and suddenly you put it in his eye.
Like usually he rips his head off.
Yeah. 2-1 chance. More Stalkers dying though. This is pretty bad. Harstem taking so much damage. He did finally take care of one the Medevac, but
alright. KrasS, you need to get out of here.
Yeah, that one Colossus is definitely making work. Now, does KrasS have a third
orbital? Is it
orbital?
KrasS or KrasS or KrasS?
KrasS, I think. In German it's KrasS. Because they always say, wie krass in German.
What does KrasS mean?
Like crazy.
KrasS or KrasS?
No, it's KrasS. It's like crazy.
But what if it was KRAUS? Is that a different word?
KrasS?
Yeah.
That's no word.
Oh. I feel like it should be a word.
Gunny Shield being activated, a few more probes died. Eventually these bio units will die.
Uh-oh.
I must say I'm a little bit surprised that the third base or the third orbital from KrasS has been so late. It's like extremely late. Harstem does have an upgrade advantage, so despite taking quite some economic damage so far, well, he only lost 8 probes. Actually,
he's actually hanging in there really well. I'm pretty impressed. He's been running around like a madman.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. It's kind of like
those probes have run a marathon and a half, bro. It's like Jackie Joyner Kersey down here.
That's kind of what I felt as well. This felt like Harstem was being dragged all over the place, you know, like a floor mob.
It's like Batrider in Dota.
Yeah, like over here, over here. But actually, he didn't take an insane amount of damage. He's lost 12 probes right now. If this command center would have been a lot quicker, which is in the middle of the map, by the way, surprised me a little bit. Man, I must say that I do like how KrasS just keeps the action up, like non-stop.
Yeah, like he has not stopped dropping. And his money is staying really low, and I'm like, looking at his bases, and he does not have units queued up crazily. Like, this is not goody macro. This is pretty impressive.
So Marines dying once more over here, but this drop is still alive. Maybe the Cybernetics core could die. Instead, he's going to focus on one of the gates. He should be able to pick off that one gateway at least. Maybe a few more. But still, KrasS is up 20 supply.
Dropping, man. This guy is insane with his drops. He just does not quit.
Relentless, man. Says Billy the Marine. Billy's like, yes, I knew my day would come. But now,
Billy finally
when Billy
makes
survives,
it out of the battle.
there is the patch that you can actually heal units inside, and Billy's the only.
He's the one that gets the shot in the neck and his head pops off. Poor
Exactly.
Billy.
We do have Templar Archives on the map right now, but I'm not sure if we have any High Templars anywhere. There's not enough energy for Purify. Okay.
Another drop in the main at the same time. It
Feedback.
just never stops. This is so frustrating to play against.
That's why it's so hard when you open up Colossus. If you play against a Terran player like this is actually absolutely fantastic play by KrasS. He just did not skip a beat for the last 5 minutes. At 9 minutes and 22 seconds, the first drop happened, and he's been dropping ever since, literally.
He just keeps everything out. Now he's back to the natural with another one.
And during all this, he went up to 3 bases. Yeah, this is actually the most serious drop that's out there. It's only a single Colossus. Harstem can't wait until he has another photon overcharge. Did get a feedback off. Do we have enough gas? 1 or 2, yes, feedback. Feedback. The other one. No, that's the wrong one. It's the empty one. It's like, win a prize.
50-50 chance, and you lose.
Harstem would not be good on game shows.
Nope.
Like the Wheel of Fortune.
Nope.
He would get like the only slot that's empty. Oh, this High Templar is so exposed and there is no storm. Both High Templars die without even getting a feedback off. Photon Overcharge is activated though, and there are a lot of Zealots here. There are quite a few Vikings as well. Man, I am blown away by KrasS' play. I think he's played an absolutely phenomenal game.
Who the heck is this kid? Just playing like a man on fire right now. Harstem, who's done a pretty reasonable job of sticking around. You're finally starting to see the stretch as he is being really pulled to his limits.
23.
KrasS. How do you say it again?
KrasS.
KrasS?
Yeah, just
KrasS.
KrasS.
KrasS is how we would say it in the South.
Yeah, but it's not KrasS.
KrasS.
No, man. We know there's a Southern in you, but this is
KrasS is going to stem up the ramp and try and shoot some of these Zealots.
Storm is almost ready. He's not completely ready yet. 3-3 is also not ready yet. This is sick anti-timing for Harstem. Obviously, he's not trying to make this fight happen. I must say, these Vikings did really meld, though. He's doing a pretty good job. Where are the manifacts? There's just no heal on this bio army at all.
It's just too much Terran,
one
man.
storm. No, one storm. Actually, Harstem. Oh, massive storm.
It's a great couple of storms, and this could buy him some time, but I just don't think it's going to matter.
Army supply tells us a different story than that this little push told us. Now the reinforcements have arrived.
This has been such a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
This guy is not
This guy is super fun. As I told you, man, KrasS, such a cool player.
This guy is legit. Player to watch.
Yes, he's been for a while.
Remember this name.
A lot of people already know KrasS pretty well. Guardian Shield activated. Harstem is going to try to make a final stand. There is another Archon, but the moment that Protoss players start pulling probes against Stint Bio under the effective heal, you know it's not going very well.
That's usually a bad time.
Yes.
Bad time to be tossed. Harstem, of course, realizing what's up. GG, well played, says Harstem, and game number 1 goes to KrasS. KrasS?
KrasS.
Kraus?
KrasS.